All right, so next we're going to talk about 13 and 19 re-evals. So we've already talked about end of frequency re-evals, so you guys already know what to do with these. These are a little bit different. We are required to do a re-evaluation on the 13th visit as well as the 19th visit of the patient's care. And that visit, that's a total therapy count visit. So PT, OT, and ST. So that does not include nursing, that does not include caregivers or anyone else in the home. So that's a total sum count of the PT, OT, and ST visits. So for example, if you're a PT and it's a PT only patient, so no OTs in the home, no STs in the home, well, that's pretty easy. You do a re-eval on the 13th visit and you do a re-eval on the 19th visit, okay? Well, let's say there's PT and OT in the home. Well then, one of you does a re-eval on the 12th, one of you on the 13th, one of you on the 18th, and one of you on the 19th. So you guys, the PT and OT, have to coordinate that. Let's say there's PT, OT, and ST in the home. Well, one of you has to do a re-eval on the 11th, one on the 12th, one on the 13th, as well as the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And so that takes a lot of communication, and that is all primarily done within the home health folder. So we've already talked about the home health folder. That's the folder in the patient's home where all the communication is written. So the PT should be signing into the OT, the ST, you know, as well as the doctor, the nurse, the caregiver. So they should all be signing in there. But again, when we're talking about the 13, 19 re-eval visits, that's only therapy, so PT, OT, and ST. So what you want to do, each time you see the patient, you want to sign in. So we'll say PT goes PT eval, they're going to write visit 1. Okay. OT goes the next day, OT re-eval visit 2. Okay. ST goes in there, ST eval visit 3. PT does a follow-up visit, PT visit 4. So that's how you keep a running count, and when it gets close to that 13, 19 time, you want to get the other therapist on the phone and say, hey, when are you going to see this patient? So we need to coordinate these re-eval visits. Again, like we talked about, it's very important to put your phone number on the patient folder so these therapists know how to get in touch with you. But that's something very important to keep up with. So 13, 19 re-evals, which is, again, doesn't include nursing, doesn't include physicians or caregivers. It's only a sum of the PT, OT, and ST in the home. So one of the things that you also want to be aware of is that count is per CERT period. So we've already talked about CERT periods that run on a 60-day count. Once we get into a new CERT period, that count starts over. So for example, let's say you're on visit number 18 and a new CERT period starts the following day. Well, that first visit is not going to be visit 19, that's going to be visit 1. Okay, and so then the 13, 19 count starts over. It all kind of flows together, so you really need to be aware of when the CERT period ends. You need to be aware of what visit number you're on. And again, if you don't know any of that, of when the CERT period ends or whatnot, contact our office, we can get you that information.